Welcome to the Dice Gods. My name is Hydra, and today I want to talk about a bit of feedback that some of you gave on our video regarding the N5 lore book last week. So, as many of you grand people pointed out, Carlos from Corvus Belli has said that N5 will be a digital download only. There won't be one of these. So, N1, N2, N3, N4. Doing it backwards is hard. So this is going to be the first edition where we don't get a physical rulebook for Infinity, and I wanted to talk about that and the pros and the cons and the good news and the bad news. If you're a new player to Infinity, we have always had these books that I'm incapable of pointing at. The physical product that's come out with the new version, rulebook, N3 and N4, these guys on the end, they also had lore books with them as well, which we've just had released for N5. But N5 won't be getting one of those physical rulebooks. It will be a free PDF download only, which is great from the perspective of if you just want the rules and you don't want to get the lore, then you don't need to pick up that lore book. I don't know why you wouldn't, but you don't need to get it. You can just download those rules in PDF format and away you go. This is great. Free rules. Who doesn't like free rules? It also means that in N4 we were told that the rule system would become a living rulebook. So as changes were made, as FAQs and errata were produced, which is always necessary, you know, as a rule set grows, as it changes, as players find new ways to break stuff, it's necessary to amend and refine and clarify certain rules. So it's good that the PDF can then be updated and you just get notified that happens, hopefully with the change log so you know what's changed. So yeah, you constantly have the most up-to-date version, most accurate version of the rules, which is great. It's great for the health of the game throughout the life cycle of a version. It's good that these things can be addressed and that everyone can pick that up. It's not gatekeepered, it's not behind a paywall. This is fab. And I really appreciate that. I think that is great for the health of the game. And for new players, when they come in, it means they're not going to pick up one of these and it's going to be outdated as soon as they do it. I mean, N4 has been FAQ'd and errated. We've had different game modes added to the system, all this kind of stuff. And historically, that has been something that happened with Infinity. As we progressed through a version, we got additional rules added and they went in a different book. So with N2 and N3, we had the first book was Human Sphere, and Human Sphere added something called Fire Teams in, which was a big change. It's a big set of rules that has a profound impact on the game because it makes certain armies much more potent. With N4, we got that as a free PDF. That wasn't actually in a book. But then we got things like reinforcements, totally different game mode, were added in one of the books that came later. Again, you could get that for a separate PDF for download. But those books kind of were outdated as soon as they hit the ground. Well, not that quickly, but you know, pretty soon things got changed, things got amended, and it became, okay, you need this book and this book smushed together to get the full rule set. So having those PDFs, having those living PDFs is really, really good. It's great for new players. It's great for anyone that comes in at the system at any point. They can be sure they're on the right rules, they're on the correct rules. This is good news. And while I really do appreciate that Corvus Belli are continuing with their commitment of having free rules, you know, they make miniatures for us to grab. That's what their main focus is, tournament stuff and all this kind of thing. So much of what they do is free, and I really do appreciate that. I think that is fantastic. However, I'm old, and it's really disappointing that I am, but here we are. You don't think it will happen to you, and then suddenly it does. I like having these. I actually own everything from N1 all the way through all of the various books up to N Song for N4. In fact, the only things I think I'm missing are the painting books for Heraldez. I think I have all the other ones. I prefer the physical books. I like having a leaf through. I like having a read. Meandering through a physical hard copy book, you can see stuff that you tend to read through a PDF if you do, And I've got to be honest, I don't really like doing it. I'm not a huge fan of it. But you read through that PDF once, you learn the rules, and then you leave it. You then refer probably to the FAQs, which are built into the army builder, and maybe dive in if it's absolutely necessary from time to time. But it's not something you really refer back to. The book, N4, N3, all of these books, I found that I just open and just read, just have a thumb through. And I will miss that because, what was it? Some of the bonuses that you get for being in the targeted state and the disadvantages, I think to like negative roll to reset, I think it is. There was several times that I've read through like N3 and been like, oh, didn't know that. That's news. I wasn't aware that that was a rule that tied in with this one because it's just an appended onto this bit over here. I'd forgotten that was there. Bouncing through the book, I found that out, and we're not going to be doing that anymore. It is the end of an era. Is it a complaint? No. Is it a lament? Yeah, I'm going to miss it. You know, my bookshelf will be happy. It's quite full of Infinity books. It will remain so. I'll keep them out on display. That's absolutely true. But I will miss that leafing through, that experience of just turning the pages and having a look and having a bit of a nose. It's not the same with PDF, and I get the benefit, but it's a shame. And for all of you that will probably hop into the comments and say, well, you can get it printed and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you can. I get all of that. But there is something about picking up the rulebook from the manufacturer and having that made thing, the way they want it, the way that it was designed, and yeah, there's errors and it goes out of date and all the rest of it. But it's always been part of it, and I will miss it. And while I can now buy the law books and I can buy those things, that's great. Yeah, I'll miss that browsing experience. I'll miss that thumbing through the book experience. I'll miss taking the rulebook out in front of new players during demos, which, you know, we do from time to time. Go, this is the rulebook. This is everything you need to know, and this is the nuances of that book. This is what you need to know to read this thing, because, you know, it has its own quirks. I'm going to miss all that, but we step into the future. I'm so old, I'll be dead soon, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, here we are. But no, it is a good thing overall, but it will be missed. What about you guys? Are you fans of having a physical book? Will you not miss it? I mean, obviously there's clear benefits, but the romanticized idea of having a huge part of a tree in your house, will you miss that? Or is that a good thing for you? Do you not use these? Do you not buy these as it is? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. For now, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks to our members and our Patreons. You guys are awesome. Please do like, share, subscribe, give us your thoughts below, and we will see you again soon. Goodbye.